Notion. Okay. Still haven't figured why every single time I open Notion it starts with the light theme and then I have to press Ctrl-Shift-L to make it dark theme. This is weird. Good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is 13 September 2022. 8:33 p.m. so kind of consistent with the time at which I'm recording. This is gonna be a rather short video because there isn't much to document for the day. I woke up at 6 a.m. While I was stretching in the morning, I could feel like a bit of a headache, like it was a bit of a drag, to be honest. It was raining, it's been raining pretty heavy since the past 2 days, so Khan takes Snowy down and he can't poop. And that's a big trauma because if he doesn't poop, he doesn't eat. So the entire house is in a stressful situation. Luckily at 4 o'clock or so, 4 p.m. I got a little free, so I took him down for a walk and then he did poop. So like that was a bit of a relieving thing for the day. Okay, I'll start from the beginning. I watched Cubicle's rigging video and the drivers videos. Need to find a way to implement these. And I watched a random YouTube video of Dhoni hitting 224 against Australia in one of those matches which were held in India. It just took me back to the time where I used to be super into watching cricket. Good old days. But anyway, yeah, that was that. And then it was primarily dad's work. So for show 2 I did 5 episodes. That was all that I had to document today, and we're at 2 minutes, so like that's perfect. You can just finish documenting this and then edit and then go and work out. But at 7 o'clock I had this kind of, can there be a machine learning, because I was thinking about this thing, right? The idea of constant parallels. The reason I'm not able to build the YouTube channels that I want to and have a self-sustained system where I'm uploading and creating things that I really want to do without having any sort of external pressure, the reason I'm not being able to do that is because of 2 very big things. One is obviously the job, full-time job, which takes my entire day, and second is dad's work. It doesn't seem like it, but dad's work is also a full-time job, and it's a very intensive one of that, specifically with the shows that we have. This has been like a long-term goal of mine, that I want to have a software, a machine learning software, an AI-based software which learns how to do what I do, basically like manual data entry, listening to music, analyzing that, which music is what, and then data entering it into an Excel sheet. That software does that for me. I've really been wanting to do that. It's been one long-term goal. Now the fuel that I'm getting is because, see, if it was just one job, I could be like, okay, on the side I'm gonna start making content for Blender or 3D and motion graphics with After Effects and all these beautiful things and start growing my YouTube channel on the side. But because there are 2 things, it's very difficult to get to the third thing, which is why like we left freelancing way behind in the, like, being in the third pillar. No chance at all. Like at this point, nobody like telling me make 3D freelance work, I'm not saying yes to it. Regardless, because at the end of the day it's only 24 hours in the day. So reaching to the third pillar, reaching to the point where I can start building my own content, and of course it's not just building my own content, it's continuous learning and evolution, because there is still so much I don't know about Blender and I want to like continuously hone and sharpen my craft. I want to make sure that the second pillar, which is dad's work, which is going to stay for a while at least, let's hope that it does, that gets automated as much as possible. Like right now I already have auto hotkey scripts. If you scroll through a few of the previous videos, I've made beautiful auto hotkey scripts which do a lot of the manual work I was doing in dad's work, as in taking data from Excel, putting it into a software called TC Calc, calculating the sum and difference of all those and pasting it inside Excel. And even auto hotkey is just helping me with a lot of other manual tasks I would do inside Microsoft Excel. That is all very good, but what I want to automate is the entire process of making that Excel sheet itself. Now for that, I just randomly came across this video by a very intelligent, very nice gentleman, Nicolas Renault. Okay, build a deep audio classifier with Python and TensorFlow. And looking at what he was trying to explain in the flow chart, like what he wants to achieve, this is kind of what I want to do, right? What I want to do is have a software that takes input as a video file, and then it gives me an Excel sheet which has data classified based on the audio of that video file into instrumental music, into vocal music, production recorded music, and into third-party music. And all of this classification is based on the huge database of training that I will subject that software through. While I was watching this video, there were a lot of concepts about Python, about machine learning, about using this interface of Jupyter, I believe it is, that I had no idea about. Like, how do you even go about understanding something like this? Because all I know is JavaScript and After Effects scripting. That's a good thing. I do know a lot, quite a few things now, so it'll be like an easier transition to go to Python and machine learning and all of these beautiful things. Having said that, because I want to make sure that that second pillar gets automated as much as possible, to the extent that something that's taking me 5 hours tasks to do, it's just taking me like half an hour or maybe 45 minutes to do. That is the level of automation I want to achieve before I go into the third pillar. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a sharp turn at this point in learning criterias, and instead of going to 3D and doing a lot more courses and trying to just work on the third pillar along with the first two pillars, so why not make sure that the second pillar gets minimized as much as possible and then go to the third pillar. And the reason for that is I know that it is possible to make a software which could do exactly what I wanted to do, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm analyzing the video and classifying data. It is possible to do it. That is one big reason why I want to do it. Second big reason is machine learning and Python and all this is so beautiful in itself that through the course of doing this course, if I end up making some projects that I can end up showing in my portfolio, voila, we have an opportunity to even apply to tech companies as a machine learning or a data scientist engineer, which seems like it's a high paying job. Everyone's talking about it. But even if that doesn't end up happening, I'll be just very happy making YouTube tutorials on how to use machine learning and Python and things like these. That's where I am at currently. And with this Udemy course that I've taken for beginners, Python and machine learning, I'm switching things to the point that every single morning, instead of watching Cubic Worlds or any other Blender related or Geometry Note stuff, I'll be watching these tutorials first and have like a firm, strong foundation in machine learning, apply it to build a software, do dad's work for me, and then think about what needs to be done. So it's quite a sharp turn. Of course, I don't want to lose the touch of Blender. So maybe once a week on the weekend, I could make something using geometry nodes or follow tutorials. So I'm just in just the hang of it. But I want to seriously make sure that machine learning is something that comes under my belt because I explained in the whole video. 8 minutes. That's it for today's documentation. Other than that, in the day at 2 p.m. there was another call, another interview for a possible video editor, and I did not give a go ahead because I have a few problems with her. She didn't know After Effects at all, and her system wasn't that capable to like even open After Effects or install After Effects. So yeah, other than that, I did like a small video. So moving clouds behind, nothing much, but yeah, this sharp turn is kind of a documenting. So thanks so much for being in the code. I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.